Hey everybody, Black Sun back for another video, and this video is called Why Create If No One Cares? Now, I don't agree with this assessment of human imagination, effort, and creativity and passion, but unfortunately, this is an ideal that a lot of people have. A lot of people seem to think this way. Well, it can seem that way at least when you're out in public and you're in the working world that's may or may not be creatively driven, right? And oftentimes you might feel isolated being somebody who is of a creative mindset, being surrounded by people who just don't understand or don't get it or don't care. And honestly, I'm here to tell you that that's okay. We don't need them to care. We only need a select audience to care. Personally, I believe that you should create because it's your God-given right to do so. And everybody has a story, a project inside of them. Everybody could be the next great creative. Or you can just do it for yourself. That's totally fine too. Everybody has different reasons for painting, drawing, playing guitar and writing, or learning a language or something, whatever, sculpture. It could be anything, 3D animation, modeling. But unfortunately, we have a lot of people who sometimes they say these things out of their own inability to follow their own passion. Maybe they listen to somebody they probably shouldn't have. And that somebody talked them out of their dreams and goals. But I'm here to tell you today that the reason why you should create is because you can. Why not? If you have nothing left to lose, nothing to lose in general, go for it. You know, it doesn't have to be something you make a living with, but don't ever stop. The reason why you should never stop is because rule number one, the greatest misfortune in this universe, in my opinion, well, one of them, is stopping, quitting, a waste of talent. Don't ever fall into that trap. Some people believe that why bother creating at all if all it means is that you never make any money doing it? Why bother? What's it for? Maybe they aren't familiar with art for art's sake and just making it just to do it. I'll give you an example. One time I was plein air painting outside of a bank. I do a lot of paintings and drawings out in nature. I feel that Mother Nature is the best teacher for an artist in many, many ways. I'll make a video about that on a later date. She comes out and sees me painting. I'm working hard, observing color and light, composition, and whatnot. She comes up to me and almost condescendingly says, "That's such a pretty picture. Oh my God, did you paint that?" Now, if I was an ego-driven man, well, we all are, if I was more inclined to be out of balance with my own ego, I probably would have gotten mad. But alas, I did not. I just simply nodded and said, "Yes, I did. Absolutely, ma'am. I'm actually drawing that building over there, and I'm getting ready to lay some oils on it." Now, some people, this woman, she was obviously a bank manager, right? Her world does not revolve around creativity in the commonplace sense of the word that an artist like myself would be familiar with. She gets creative with business solutions, and that's okay, right? She doesn't have to understand me and my work to validate my passion and drive for what I do. And the same goes for you. We don't need these people to give us a medal or a badge of honor or accolades or awards to do what we love to do every day with our lives. Why else does a bird fly? Because it can. Because if it didn't fly, it wouldn't survive. And that goes for us too. We create because we need to. Because we like to, we love to. And even if it doesn't lead anywhere, we still do it because we can. And that is why we create when it seems like no one cares. I know it can seem frustrating when you see people who have limitless ability at having no talent become successful and rich and famous, and people emulate them on Instagram and whatever. But remember this. I'm going to quote my favorite book again, the Tao Te Ching, which is, "Those who display themselves do not shine." Remember that, folks. I know it sounds odd in today's current climate of intellectualism and hard edge, believe it to see it methodology and ways of thinking, but I need you to trust me on this, okay? Be like the palm tree in a strong hurricane force wind. Bend without breaking. The strongest wind does not last for long. So anyway, guys, educate yourselves. Try to get more knowledge about anatomy, color, and light, perspective, composition. Study some of your favorite artists. If you're a guitarist like me, study classical music. You know, listen to a lot of music. Listen to music that's not even guitar related. You'll find inspiration in the craziest of places. Personally, I've had a lot of jobs in my life, and I find that that's actually a good thing because I have a lot of experience with people of different walks of life. And I find that these people work their way into my stories that I write. They inspire me in their own way to create my own artwork, to give it meaning, to share it with other people, to give from a place that is abundant with care and compassion for his fellow man and woman. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is despite what other people might say about creatives and creativity and the idea of why do it if you're not getting paid, it doesn't matter. Do it anyway, right? But of course, like I always say in all my videos, you don't need me to tell you this. I'm not some guru. I'm not rich. But I do have a Japanese Super Metroid poster behind me that I love very dearly. And it's amazing. No, all kidding aside. But I am determined. And if you haven't caught our first episode of Black Sun Presents The Minds of Today, our first episode was on determination. I had my brothers Kyle and Chris, a Navy corpsman and a strongman, discuss what it is to be determined. And the next episode is going to be about confidence. We're going to have a very special guest, Ricky's Rockin' Reviews. This guy's pretty cool. I think you're going to like him. But coming back full swing here to this idea of no one cares, I also would like to say maybe we have it wrong. Maybe it's not that they don't care. Everybody's got so much on their mind. Everybody is the center of their own world, whether or not they admit it or not. They have to be in order to survive. It's that ego. Without it, we get stepped on. Without it, we would be mucous membranes on the floor getting stepped on all day long. Some people just aren't aware. It's not that they don't want to be. It's just that they haven't been awakened yet to their potential future love for art and music and writing and books. You know why they need us, folks? Why they need us creatives? Because without us, life would be a boring slog. Boring slog. I'll say it. I'll be honest. It would be a boring slog. 9 to 5, go to work, come home, go to bed, get up, go to work, come home, go to bed. I've been there many times, and it sucks, right? Without entertainment, without the arts, without people writing good books and stories and writing great music, life would be not worth living. In Nihon, Japan, they say music is life. Without music, there is no life. And I agree. 100%. Tashikani. Certainly, that's what that means. So, without us, life would be incredibly boring. People would just be boring humps, just walking around. They would not know enlightenment. Maybe they would have other ideas about financing, accounting, and other areas, but creativity doesn't have to be paint and brush, or pencil and paper, or hands and clay. Creativity comes in many forms that we discussed before, in terms of the business field, or industrial design, or getting something in your grocery store to move out the inventory, if you will. Put it somewhere where somebody might see it more frequently. Creative solutions are around us every day of the week, every hour, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. So, keep doing what you do. Because like I said before in my language video, you are the gateway to somebody else's potential love for art, music, and writing that maybe they weren't even aware of yet. You can be that shining light in someone else's life and maybe make them one of us. Maybe they start fighting the good fight. Maybe they've been passionate about wanting to do something creative with their own lives this whole time, but maybe got talked out of it by somebody in their family or a coworker or somebody who told them, why would you learn how to oil paint? Nobody does that. Why would you do that? It's not going to make any money. Why bother? Because you can. And if you love it, that's all that matters. And who knows? Maybe your passion that you discover through sharing it with others might lead you to something more than just doing your passion on weekends or in your basement or in the evenings. You never know what can happen. So keep doing what you do. The world needs us. Don't let anybody be ignorant or arrogant, one of the two, and tell us, or you, that they don't need us, or that what we make doesn't matter. It's not true. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that, but I just felt compelled to get on here and talk to you guys a little bit, heart to heart, like I always do, about this topic in general, because believe it or not, I actually experience this quite a lot. You know, it can be isolating. Sometimes people don't ask you about your projects that you're working on, and sometimes you think to yourself, does anything I do matter? Of course it does, because you never know who out there is being moved by something you've made or have yet to be made. That's a thought right there, right? You know, there were times when I thought what I did didn't matter, right? But then I'd find life would surprise me and somebody would message me or send me a piece of mail in the mail with a drawing of my main character, Kairos Carnasa, from my Zeitgeist series. It's stuff like that that reminds me that what I do does matter to people out there I just can't see. You know, sometimes we get in our own heads about all this stuff. We're too busy fighting the good fight every day, burning coals in our furnace, keeping that train going. Sometimes we lose sight of the idea that we're not omnipotent. We have no omniscience, right? We don't know who out there is reading our book right now and falling in love with our story and our characters and setting and messages and themes. All it takes is one project, right? All it takes. You never know how your life can change. That's some good black tea. Kanpai. Well, folks, I hope I didn't just ramble up here, but I really think we've covered some good ground today, you and I. I'll be back again soon with another video. I believe tomorrow we're going to record our next episode of Black Sun Presents The Minds of Today. And quite frankly, I'm really excited about it. I always love getting different perspectives on ideas that we propose as a group together. And I hope to see you then. You can find that podcast on my YouTube channel under the podcast setting. And soon there's going to be 2 episodes there, not just 1. I'll catch you guys soon. Keep on fighting the good fight. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share it if you will. And I hope we get a discussion going in the comments about why it is you create, what keeps you driven, even in a world that seemingly doesn't understand you all the time. But keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open. You never know who you're inspiring with your work. You never know. Anyway, guys, keep on fighting the good fight. I'm Black Sun. I'll catch you next time. Peace.